Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to a Game Week 4 team selection stream. How is everyone doing? How did the Game Week 4 go? Let me know in the comments. 513, how are you doing? Welcome. So 84 points for me overall. From Game Week 3, not too bad, I would say. Defense, obviously, none of them kept clean sheets. Robinson continued with another attacking return, which is good. We buy him for the attacking returns. Porro, unfortunately, just a 1-pointer, which is a bit unfortunate. It is what it is. Williams, I mean, if not for a wonder goal, they probably would have kept the clean sheet. Flecken with the last minute, effectively like 90 plus minute clean sheet wipeout. Bit unfortunate there. Rogers could have had an assist if Watkins still found his shooting boots, but he didn't. Smith Rowe, I didn't watch much of Fulham. He didn't seem to have much of it. Rashford is just poor. He's a player without any confidence. He's gonna go. He is good as gone. He's just so bad at the moment. So probably getting rid. Forward line, I'm still happy with it. It continues to deliver. Isak also returned this time, so I'm really happy with the forward line. Henderson actually outscored Flecken, so we'll see. Next game week, Henderson will be in goal. Nkunku gotta go. Wayne Johnson didn't play, so bit of a problem there. And Lewis Hall came off the bench as well. So I'm not sure if once Fabian Schär, whether Lewis Hall's going to come back or not, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, 84 points. This is how the team is looking like for this week. But sorry, for Game Week 4. But I'm going to make some changes with the likes of Nkunku and Rashford both leaving for a -4. I don't know what's the status going to be with Lewis Hall. I might actually have Lewis Hall up there over Williams, but I don't know if Hall will start or not. That is one thing I kind of have to wait and see. But I'll actually I could make my transfers live now itself. But effectively what I'm looking to do is this and probably a Brighton player. Unfortunately, the only one I can afford is like a Minte. I can't afford like a Mitoma, so it'll have to be Minte, and I have 0.1 in the bank. So this is what I'm going to look to do for a hit. Let me know your thoughts, and I'm going to read the questions. Boki, welcome. How are you doing? Nick, welcome as well. Boki says, bad game week for me. Ooh, who did you captain? 513 says, I was thinking to bring in Salah midway through the United game. Fair enough. I mean, Liverpool are about to go on a really good run of fixtures, so it makes sense. Only 63 points, 87th in the league. Let me bring it up. Shubharan, welcome. The game week was so good until the Salah haul. Yeah, he did manage to match Haaland, who scored a hat-trick as well. So, I mean, both of them have been really good so far at the start of the season. And it's kind of showing, right? They didn't have preseason. They're fitter, leaner, just more effective than everyone else who went for international tournaments. 513 says, I have 2 wildcard drafts to bring Salah in, but I eventually gave up the plan. Ooh, as in gave up before Game Week 3, or you mean for this week? I'm tempted to wildcard Game Week 4 out of genuine frustration. I was in a similar situation today morning. The only reason I haven't fully thought about a wildcard Game Week 4, maybe I should think about it a bit more. We could actually do a wildcard Game Week 4, but the only reason is I'm like I'll suffer through the pain for 2 more game weeks, and I will wildcard in Game Week 6 is what I'm thinking, because Arsenal and all will have a really good fixture turn come Game Week 4. So I was thinking maybe I'll just suffer through that moment and let's bring Boki's team. But I was like, okay, we'll wait till Game Week 6 where Arsenal's fixtures turn for here. Aston Villa's get poor, so Rodgers could potentially leave at that point. Mbeumo obviously scored 14 points, but City and Spurs next. But then after that, Brentford go into a good fixture run, so he could be another candidate. Fulham, I will look to remove because City, Villa, not the easiest. Everton could be pretty easy to be honest, but then Brentford after that, so I might look to remove my Fulham players potentially. City is just City. City just continue to be good. Newcastle also I will look to remove because they have City, they've got Chelsea and Arsenal and Brighton as well. So I'll be looking to remove an Isak and maybe bring in a Joe Pedro. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. He might be the one. Um, anyone else with good fixtures? We could look at West Ham during that time as well, to be honest. Not a bad set of fixture runs for West Ham and even maybe for Spurs if Solanke is back. Maybe Isak could go to Solanke potentially. So yeah, a few things to kind of wait and see. And the reason I've held on and going to suffer through the pain of not wildcarding is we will get a bit of Champions League information. So we'll get a bit of idea of like how some teams are approaching Champions League as well. Is what I was thinking. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Nick say, Nishal, welcome Nishal. How are you doing? Would you do Saka to Salah for a free transfer this week? Yeah, I might do it. I most likely will. Do you have Havertz as well, Nishal? Or just Saka as an Arsenal attacker? I don't mind doing it if that's the only way for you to get Salah. Luis Hall is going to be bench for sure. I know, right? Which is another problem. See, I've got a couple problems, but then it's between me starting Luis Hall and starting Nico Williams, who is playing Liverpool. And I have no idea whether Ben Johnson will be even fit, to be honest. So yeah, it is what it is. I dropped points and used my wildcard already, but my team scares me now. I think I got 87 points last week. Ooh, well done, Andy. I let Havertz go for Pedro. Oh, that's not too bad, I guess. Is it worth getting Joe Pedro in simply to chase team value? Depends on who you're sacrificing, Nick. Who are you sacrificing and what are you going to do with that money that you get by getting Pedro and selling whoever you're selling? Back-to-back 8-pointers benched from Pedro at least got the price rises. That's true. I mean, to be honest, like the games, you didn't realistically expect Joe Pedro to score in some of them. Like even Arsenal, right? Didn't realistically expect Brighton to score. So can't really blame you for like you can't blame yourself for that. So that it is what it is. Sometimes you're just gonna like when you have a team without Salah and Haaland, it means you have a way more balanced team of a lot of players who could do damage. Like if you have Salah, like now in my case, I have both Salah and Haaland, right? But that comes at the cost of me ending up with the bench I end up with, which is not great. And I end up with like also like some unnecessary players that are not doing well. But when you don't have one of them, you have a lot more money to spend elsewhere. And then that leads to you having bench points, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Some stuff have pros, some have cons. Just got to take it and go with it, I guess. This is Bucky's team. If anyone else wants me to bring teams up, let me know. Is Palmer in for Jota, but no rush at all? Palmer in for Jota. Yeah, I don't mind that. Keep Robinson. Wood too. Chris Wood. Now, Chris Wood has been continuously scoring. Gov, welcome. How are you doing? Chris Wood, man, continues to deliver. I just sent my Waka team on Discord. Okay, I'll bring it up. Have a look after answering others' questions first. Not in a hurry. Alright, Wood is good. That's what. I have my own Wood. Which Chris Wood or is it Jota, Saka and Isak to Havertz, Salah and Mbeumo? Keep Eze. I don't mind keeping Eze, actually, to be honest. I would potentially keep Eze. Just Saka. Nishal says just Saka. Yeah, I don't mind doing Saka. Oh, you have only one. Yeah, I don't mind because Arsenal slightly tougher fixtures. You kind of have to play the fixtures and Liverpool better fixtures. You can eventually, like game week 6, move Salah back to Saka if you need to. I don't know when to wildcard. Let's have a look at your team. Give me a second. SJ, welcome. How are you doing, SJ? How are things going? How did your game week go, SJ? Muniz would be sacrificed, which brings me up to 1.9 million in the bank to upgrade Lewis Hall. Fair enough. 4.5, 5.5. Yeah, you could upgrade Lewis Hall to like a Robertson as well from Liverpool if you wanted to do something like that. Havertz might play mid with Rice out. I play the transfer market. The market has been wild. Lots of people drop points or used wildcard. Havertz, I don't know if Havertz will play midfield. Really? Gabriel Jesus is also injured, so I don't really see Havertz playing midfield. Havertz is doing really well at striker. He'll continue to score goals there. I think they'll just find someone else. They can play Zinchenko in midfield if they want to be honest. So I'm okay with Havertz, to be honest. Gerald Ayubowan, Ryan. Gerald Ayubowan, how are you doing, Gerald? How did the week go? All right, this is Bucky's team. I'm gonna bring up also. Is this Nick's team? I think wildcard draft potentially. Nick. Where did my browser go? So this one was from Nick, if I'm not. Or was it Nick? Nick, was this yours? Or was this 513's? Whose was this? Can someone tell me? Then I've got two from Tiger and Gunnar and Connor. I will bring Tiger and Gunnar and Connor as well. Connor, I think, is not able to watch it, but I think he might watch it later. So we'll bring his team up as well, just to give him some insight. So I'm gonna bring this up here. This is Tiger and Gunnar's, and this is Connor's. All right, let's start with Boki first. And let me get my chat back up because I can't see where it went. United to fire back against Southampton 2-0 for 2-0, maybe 2-0, maybe 4-1 is not possible, Shubharan. We can't score that many goals. That's just asking for a lot from Manchester United. Maybe 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 at best. I don't know if I think 4-1 is asking for a lot. This team is not capable of scoring that many. Could you pull up my team and see what you would change? 57th in the league. All right, I'll bring you up. But that's 5-1-3s. Okay. How good was Gravenberg? Amazing. Gravenberg is. I mean, he was superb. To be honest. In one way, I think United did well for the opening 10 to 15 minutes. United actually played well. And then, Casemiro, he was like, I'm going to give this game away. Gave the game away effectively. I mean, he just made really bad decisions. I think I tweeted at like the 15th minute or not something. I was like, this guy is frustrating me. And then 10 minutes later, he makes the first mistake for the first goals. And then again, he makes the second mistake for the second. I was like, yeah, thank you. 1-0 against Southampton, 10 men. Newcastle kept that scoreline. You're talking about Newcastle, a team that is somewhat coached, This is Manchester United, a team that is, I don't know even if it's coached at this point. So, yeah. Still, I would still say that Newcastle's team is more, I can see what Newcastle are trying to do. More, I don't know. It's just, I can't see what United are trying to do. Anyways, it is what it is. City and Villa couldn't keep a clean sheet. Who? You mean against Southampton? Who are we talking? City and Villa against who? Against West Ham? Let me bring up Gerald's team as well. And we'll start with Boki first. Then we'll go to 513. And then I think we'll go to Gerald after that. And then Andy will send, I think, eventually. Sending my team as potential wildcard idea. No, this team, this game, yeah, no one kept a clean sheet. The only team that kept a clean sheet was Liverpool. And even I didn't expect them to keep a clean sheet because I thought we'll find a way to score. But nope, it just looked so bad. So it is what it is. Anyways, enough of United. I've had enough. I had enough of misery, staying up at like until 3 o'clock in the morning to watch Manchester United. Let's not talk about them anymore. All right, 60-50 in the mini league, 2 free transfers. I'll bring your team up as well. Here we go. All right, let's start with Bucky. Now, Bucky's team is like he doesn't know when to wildcard. Okay, so David Raya, Guardiola, Konsa, Pedro Porro, Roger Smith, Jota, Saka, Sangare, Isaac Haaland. Solanke has still managed to not fall in price. This is absolutely crazy, but he's still there without falling in price. Now, here's the thing, Bucky. What do you actually want to do, first of all? What is your actual plan? I'm a Villa fan. They struggle with clean sheets. Trust me, we'll score. Villa will win any. We will score. Villa will in any game. Xerxes should have scored though. I should have had. Marcus Rashford should have had at least 2 assists. 2 assists. Here I am talking about Rashford not doing well for me. He should have had 2 assists. But yeah, it is what it is. Would have gotten Trent a bonus points. All right. I don't have a plan. That's the problem. You don't have a plan. Okay. How do you plan? How are we going to get? Do you want Salah or do you want Luis Diaz instead of Salah, like a Jota and Luis Diaz? 1.7 in the bank. How do you want to do this? Freddy, welcome, Freddy. How are you doing? Bookie keep his team. Does he have a free transfer? I think he has 1 free transfer. Bookie, do you have 1 free transfer or 2 free transfers? 78 points for Bookie. Not for Bookie, for Freddy. Freddy, welcome. 78 points. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Alright, since sometimes during team selection streams, because depending on the number of people we have, sometimes we can do stuff like this if there are not too many people. When there are too many people, it becomes a bit more harder to do stuff like this, but sometimes this is doable. I wasted both last game week. What did you do last game week? Okay, so you have 1 free transfer. Let's play a small game. Let's say we went JP, right? For example. Solanke down to JP. Against Ipswich. And that gives us 3.5 million. To do 2 things. You could upgrade Saka for 1. Or this involves a hit. Are you okay with taking a hit in the first place? That's the first question I should ask you. Are you okay with taking a hit? You could do a couple things. You could go Smith Rowe to Diaz and get Diaz and Jota. Or Saka to Salah is the other option for a hit. These are for hits. This included dropping Solanke to Joao Pedro. Connor, welcome. Hi Ryan, was raining at work, so got sent home early. Oh, well, I've got your team up, Connor. Sorry, this one. I've got your team up, so yep, we can have a look. All to Konsa. Nkunku to Rogers. You have Nkunku? Or you mean you did Nkunku to Rogers? Nkunku to Rogers is fine. I don't mind that. All to Konsa as well. I don't mind it, to be honest. You didn't really waste those transfers. It just didn't pay off. It could still pay off against Everton. Everton are defending pretty badly. It could still pay off. So don't worry. Here's a good team. JP, he will rise again tonight. Predicted to. Oh God, why is he rising so much? By the time I try to walk out, he'll be 6 million, to be honest. Upgrade Smith Rowe. You could upgrade Smith Rowe to Luis Diaz. That's one option. Won't be able to get Salah though. Surely you would want. Would you want Salah? I don't know. Jid, welcome. How are you doing, mate? Welcome. Hope you're well. I had a stinker this past game week. Team captain Haaland and Rice got red. My team is in shambles. Ooh, we'll have a look, Jid. Let me know where in the mini league you are, and I'll bring your team up. All right, Boki, it's up to you on that decision. I will let you think about it, contemplate it. But you could go. Oh, do you need to do Smith Rowe? No, you could also do Sangare to Luis Diaz. But I'm wondering if in the future, that's game week 4, game week 5, how would the team look like? Game week 5, the team is actually not too bad, to be honest. And then game week 6, you wildcard. Huh. Team is not too bad in game week 5. Would you want to target any player? No, you could potentially roll. Yeah, actually, instead of even Smith Rowe, up to you in terms of how you want to approach it. But you could even upgrade Sangare if you think you're not going to do any if you're not going to do any transfers in game week 5, you could just take the hit now. Yet you could even upgrade Sangare to Luis Diaz if you wanted to, or if you're if you are doing Salah, if you're getting Salah, then it has to be Saka that makes way, unfortunately, unless you get rid of Jota. Oh no, you can't get rid of Jota to get Salah. So Saka is the only one who has to leave and get Jota in, to get Salah in. But I will let you downgrade Saka so I can get Salah in future game week. Why not just go get Salah straight away like that? You could just do this and you have 0.9 in the bank. Why future game week? Just do it in game week 4. Take the hit. Then you have the option of whether you want to captain him or not. That's a different story. Up to you on that one. Bruno and Isak out for Salah and Pedro in game week 4. I have 2 free transfers. Oh, that's for Freddy. Okay, we'll have a look. Rogers is a 4-pointer game man on average. And of 95 points from Sander. Welcome, Sander. Happy I wildcard a team name. Plays 47. Okay, I'll bring your team name up. Your team up as well, Sander. Smithrow has had hard games in a few game weeks. That's true. In a few game weeks, you wildcard. In game week 6, you wildcard, I think. Okay, thanks. I will think about it. All right, that's bookie done. Think about it. You can wildcard in game week 6 and then can get Arsenal players on and everything. All right, so that's bookie. Next up, we move. Before I move, I'm going to bring up a few teams that were asked to be bought up, which is starting with who is where is the teams? 47. I also think I've got Freddy. You sent me your team as well, right? So I'll bring your team up as well. So this is Freddy's team. And I think Andy just now sent me his team as well. So we'll bring Andy's team. Alright. Now let's go to, I'm gonna close Bucky's team. And we're gonna go to 513. 513, welcome. Wildcard game week 6. Yeah, I think game week 6 wildcard sounds like a plan. I'm most definitely at this point doing wildcarding game week 6 for me at least. I feel like it's kind of wasted. Also, my apologies. I missed your response to my old question. My Wi-Fi crashed. Apologies, my Wi-Fi kind of crashed. Would it be worth selling Muniz and Hall to use up the 1.4 mil I have in the bag? Oh yes. Nick, the question I guess I asked was in terms of the like Muniz to Joe Pedro. I don't mind. The Hall. Are you up? I guess I asked you were you using that Hall money to upgrade to like a Robertson or something? Is what I asked you. The other draft is swapping Konate plus Diaz plus Rea to Trent, Madueke, and Henderson. Alright, let's look at this stuff. So it's either Rea or Henderson. No, I prefer Rea. Oh, yeah, I don't mind Rea actually. It's either Rea or you go Martinez and then upgrade like a Konsa, or you don't have money, never mind. Ruben Diaz. Are you sure you want Ruben Diaz? I feel like I'm willing to punt on Rico Lewis, you know? I'm willing, okay, here's a few things that I'm thinking. I'll let you decide on it. Let's first look at most of the teams. So Greaves is fine, Konsa fine, Konate, okay. Ruben Diaz, Rogers, Salah, Saka, Luis Diaz, Havertz, Haaland. Michael Keane, really from Everton? Okay, here's a few things I'm thinking. I'm wondering if it's if it's worth the punt or not. I don't know how whether it'll backfire or not, but here are a few things you could probably try. I'm wondering if Ruben Diaz to maybe Rico Lewis and use that money to upgrade Konate to maybe a Robertson. And I'm aware that you have like 0.1 shot, no, for that. No, not Robertson. You could do Rea to Martinez, Konate to Gabriel, and Ruben to Rico Lewis. But you don't have a Liverpool defender then. Actually, no. Keep Konate. It's fine. Okay, you could do Rea to Martinez, Ruben to Rico. Ruben to Rico Lewis, or you could do Ruben to Gabriel. Actually, Ruben Diaz to Gabriel. Unfortunately, I was trying to look at how you can get. You could do Konsa to maybe a Rico Lewis, since you have Martinez in goal. The only way I think you could fit that. Yeah, I can't find a way to fit it. Damn it. Annoying. I feel okay with my team game week 6. One I sent was just a way of getting Haaland, Salah, Saka. Don't need a transfer. Hall would be an upgrade because I'd have 6.3 in the bank to spend on a defender. Yeah, I don't mind doing that move, Nicholas. I don't mind doing those moves at all. Pep mentioned that Rico is bound to be rotated soon. Yeah, that's with Champions League. That's the one thing, but he looks so good, man. He's so attacking. It's insane how attacking he is. Luis might not play against Arsenal. That is a possibility. This is why I want to see how City rotate in Champions League. Oh, he looks so attacking. That's the thing. I picked these two 4.0 defenders just because they have sea of green fixtures. Will play 4-4-2 for this wildcard draft. Fair enough. Because I can't afford any rotation risk in the team. That's why I went for Ruben Diaz. Fair enough. Fair play. Fair enough. And I might be rested after this coming game. Yeah. Should I do Solanke to Joao Pedro move today just in case if Solanke drops in price? Yeah, you could actually do that. Bogey. Seems like apparently Joao Pedro might even rise in price as well. Take a -4 for Saka to Salah and Solanke to Pedro or use wildcard. I would just depends on the rest of your team. If the rest of your team is fine, I don't mind taking the -4. I would use a wildcard if you have to do like 4, 5 changes, 4, 5, 6 changes to your team. Then I would probably wildcard. Manan, welcome. Are you on a wildcard? No, I'm not on a wildcard. I'm thinking game week 6 for wildcard for me. Game week 6 wildcard is what I'm thinking. All right, back to 513. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I can't think of another way to actually improve this. The only problem I have with this draft in general is that the bench is absolutely weak. And I'm a bit worried that if something happens in terms of injuries, that you might end up being screwed. Having said that, I can't see anything too much wrong. Maybe Ruben Diaz is not. Here's the thing: you could take a punt and avoid City defense. If you think they're not like, because they have Arsenal and Newcastle right in the next two as well in that 4 game week span that you're looking at. You could take a punt and avoid City defense and use that money maybe to, I don't know, you could upgrade your 4.5 Harry Winks to a 5.5 player, maybe a Semenyo or something like that. That's a possibility just in case if you wanted to. But the rest looks fine, I guess. If I don't work hard, I'll save 3 free transfers, bring Rea and Havertz in. Wait, you saved 3 free transfers. Could you also have a look at my original team? 76. Okay, let's actually have a look at your original team. Because I'm a bit uncertain on whether it's absolutely necessary to wildcard. Trent Robinson, Konsa, Eze, Saka. Wait, why would you? So what you were thinking of doing, for example, was something like What is it? Watkins out or Isaac out? Who was going out? Isaac Watkins. Isaac Watkins. Who were you selling for Havertz? And Henderson out for Raya? Or Flecken out for Raya? How are you saving 3 free transfers? I don't get it. How are you pulling this out of my magic? What's the source? Who are we talking about? Of Willis, Rico Lewis, or either one out? See what happens in these coming 2 game weeks. Oh, okay. So you're not making the move just yet. That makes so much more sense. Okay. I get what you're saying. So you're saying you keep the team as it is. Jota, Trent, that's fine. Ahmad is a problem. Ahmad is the only issue you have in this team, right? How much money in the bank? 0. Yeah, okay, fair enough. If you had Semenyo, I would have been really interested, but I can see why. Okay, yeah, I mean, you could just play Ahmad. I think Ahmad, I can't believe Ahmad didn't start against Liverpool. He should have started against Liverpool. You're so much more better than, like it should have been Garnacho and Ahmad, to be honest. So yeah, you could keep Ahmad against Southampton. You never know what will happen. Thank you for subscribing, Mr. T. I thought Mr. T was already subscribed. Or was it this? Or is this a different Mr. T? All right, just keep the team as it is. 5-1-3. And then I think you just wildcard in game week 6. Team is okay as it stands. Like the players have good fixtures this week. There's no real reason to change. And you had a good game week as well. I think it's okay. You're missing Salah. Yes, that's a massive problem. But the rest in general is fine. The only issue I see here is Ahmad and the bench. But yeah. Okay, we'll move from 5-1-3. But anyway, think about it. Got 2 weeks effectively anyways. Alright, next up, we're going to go to Gerald. Gerald, are you still here, Gerald? Gerald had 80 points. Henderson, Konsa, Trent, Pedro Porro, Rogers, Nkunku, Salah, Smith-Rowe, Gordon, Haaland, Isak. And the bench is Munoz and Hall. What is Gerald going to do? What did Gerald ask? Could you pull up my team and see what you would change? What would I change? Nkunku is the one I would change first. Nkunku has got to go. That's the first change. So the second question is, how many free transfers do you have? What would be the next change after Nkunku? Maybe Lewis Hall, potentially. But the only one I can think of right now is Rico Lewis. Is it necessary to do that? Not really, given that you have Porro, Trent, and Konsa who could play this week, or even Munoz could play this week. So don't really need to make that move just yet. So Nkunku is the first one that has got to go. Hey, bud, kids use my account too, so they probably unsubscribe me. Happy new season. Welcome back, Mr. T. Thank you for subscribing again. Sorry for taking up so much time, guys. No, don't worry. All good, all good. 3 free transfers and 0 in the bank. 3 free transfers. Ooh. All right. Nkunku got to go. Who else can go? Let's have a look. I'm sorry if I'm taking quite a bit of time for everyone, but I'll definitely go through everyone's questions. Don't worry. We'll definitely go through everyone's questions. All right. So 3 free transfers. If we get rid of Nkunku, who do you want to bring in? Gerald? Who do you want to bring in? Apart from that, anyone else that we should? I think your targets for this week. Also, Gerald, when do you want to wildcard? That's your other question. Because depending on what answer you say, then we can decide how many game weeks we need to target. My team is a wildcard team in a way, so it's a prep to never be able to wildcard. For me, I have the cash and 1 million left. The most expensive team is not the best team. I know this. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I was thinking Mitoma. Fair points. So if you go Mitoma, we need to get rid of someone else. For 0.3. Maybe we can downgrade Lewis Hall. What do you say? Lewis Hall potentially? Or do you want to downgrade Munoz? What happened to Mr. T? If you have time, would love to have you look at my team. Pass. Palmer for Saka. No worries, you have a lot to go to. No, we can bring your team up. Just give me a few minutes, Mr. T. Just give me a few minutes. I've got a few other teams as well, but I'll get to your team eventually. I'm okay to lose Gordon, to be honest. Fair enough. Gordon, who would you lose him to? Eze, maybe? Damn it, Luis Diaz is just a few these things away. You could do something like this with all 3 free transfers. I don't know if you really want to do it though. The other one would be maybe Lewis Hall to Greaves or something. I don't know if this is a wise use of 3 free transfers. Maybe it might be. I don't know. But this is something else you could try and do. What do you think? Diaz, Mitoma, 0.1 in the bank. As a Eze owner, I won't suggest that. Yeah, fair enough. Eze is like a player who can get a 10-pointer like he did this week, but also not get anything, but always look like he's capable of getting something. How highly you rate Semenyo? If Simon was here, Simon will rate Semenyo very highly, and now I'm also starting to rate Semenyo very highly. I think he's had the most shots for midfielders so far this season, if I'm not mistaken. I need to look into that stat again. But I think he's had the most shots, and I do rate Semenyo, and I don't mind that he has a fixture against Chelsea as well. If anyone wants to go Semenyo, I'm not going to stop you because I think he's a decent option. Robinson and Salah both predicted rise in price tonight. Ooh, that is good for me as an owner for both. At least I'm getting some value. Check my team. Rohan, welcome. I'll have a look at your team as well, Rohan. But I've got quite a few other teams as well, so you might have to wait a bit more. All right. So, third, who's more priority to downgrade? Now, what do you think, Munoz or Hall? I think Hall is more of an issue right now. At least with Munoz, you know you're getting minutes. You know he's playing. Hall, you don't even know whether the guy will play or not. So from a priority of trying to get a player who will play and who has decent fixtures in like Munoz does have decent fixtures, you could go for Munoz. You could like do something like this. You could bench Pedro Porro against Arsenal, and you can play Munoz against Leicester. So you could do something like this. Whereas Hall, I don't even know if he's going to play. So I would probably get rid of Hall first before I get rid of Munoz. This is something you could try. Think about it. Okay, it's up to you. I don't know if it's wise using all 3 free transfers, but it's something you might have to potentially think about and see what you feel like. Don't necessarily have to go for Luis Diaz as well. You could just keep Anthony Gordon, to be honest, and still fit Mitoma. Like you could keep Anthony Gordon against Wolves, which is not a bad fixture, to be honest, and you could have sold Lewis Hall as well to a Jacob Greaves and still keep 1 free transfer. So honestly, completely up to you in terms of how you want, whether you want to use that extra free transfer on Gordon or not. Is double Liverpool attack better than having a Gordon? It might be. It might be, especially given that Newcastle's upcoming game against Wolves is away and not home. And the next 2 for Newcastle are actually away. So maybe it might be. It potentially might be, given that Liverpool's next 2 games are at home. Maybe it's probably better to have double Liverpool attack than having a Gordon. Yeah, 100% Gordon, just not good at playing away games. Yeah, that's the thing. So you could actually try that. Anyways, I'll let you think about it. And while you're thinking, I'm gonna go, just to speed things up, I'm gonna go to the next team as well. Shubharan, 82 points. Shubharan, how? Okay, Shubharan, what's the plan? What is the plan? What is the plan? Let me know. He's got Henderson, Robinson, Saliba, Trent, Jota, Eze, Saka, Rogers, Smith-Rowe, Haaland, Isak, Joe Pedro. But yeah, I like the think about it, Jero. You don't have to. I mean, you'll have to make your decision soon. And also, here's something for anyone who is obviously making these decisions, and if you guys are trying to monitor price rises and everything, this is one site that I use for prices. I can't believe that Rico Lewis is already looking like it, but this is a site that I use for price rises. The other site that I use, and you guys can use both actually, I don't mind it, is Fantasy Football Fix, which I haven't logged into, so I will need to log into. But Fantasy Football Fix is the other site that I use. Let me try and log in first. So anyone who wants to check price rises, these are the two that I look. You can also check your squad, see who's like likely to rise, likely to fall. So anything with red means there's a price change possible in terms of you gaining team value and whatnot. But yeah, if you want to know what the sites, just message me. I'll just send you the link. All right. Next up, Shubharan. I'll think about it over the next 2 weeks. All right. Good luck, Gerald. But be careful with your team value. You kind of have 0.2 to play with. So if Luis Diaz goes up by one more, that's the best you can afford. Allow him to go up, and then if it goes up any further after that, you might miss out on that. So just monitor the prices. But yeah, all right, Shubharan, where are you? We got Shubharan, and I'm gonna do. I don't know if Tiger is here. He's not here, yeah. So Connor, we got Connor and Shubharan as the next two. This Connor's team. Martinez, Guardiola, Trent, Robinson, Eze, Salah, Jota, Rogers, Pedro, Isak, and Havertz. What did Connor tell me? Connor, what were you? Thinking of wildcard in game week 6. What's the plan, Connor? Wildcard game week 6. I mean, the team looks pretty decent. Actually, the team looks pretty set up for this week. Have you done your transfers already? Hits for Salah versus roll into 3 free transfers. Hits for Salah versus roll into 3 free transfers. Oh, hits for Salah. It needed. Let us have a look. Why is it a hit? Do you have to do a hit to get Salah in? 2 free transfers. Who do you get rid? Who are you willing to get rid? Saka? Are you okay with getting rid of Saka? How do you fit this 1.1? 5 points. Do we get rid of Saliba? We could get Mitro down to a 4.4. Nope, that's not possible. Saka to Salah needs 1 million more. You need 1.1 more. The only way I can think about it is Saliba out. I was thinking Smith-Rowe out, but that doesn't work. Eze. Nah, I move Eze. The other one is if you move Eze to Semenyo, Minte, but Eze is against Leicester, which is a good fixture to be honest. Saliba maybe is the other option. Downgrade or Jota downgrade. Yeah, I think it's Saka to Salah and Wood to Joao Pedro or and Isak to Welbeck. Isak to Welbeck. Ooh. That's for Mr. T as well. Saka to Salah, I don't mind. I can see a lot of people wanting to do that. But I will tell everyone right now, for anyone who's moving Saka to Salah, Saka is a good player. And even though he has tough fixtures, he could still very well score. So be aware that he will get points over the next 2 weeks before you wildcard. If you haven't already wildcarded, he will get points. So be ready to accept that. I'll tell this to everyone doing Saka to Salah right now. Saliba 2, who wildcard 6 is the plan. Saliba 2 for 2 game weeks, right? For 2 weeks, you could do Aston Villa, like a Konsa. Too risky. You already have Liverpool. That is effectively it for 2 game weeks. Aston Villa seem to be the standout candidate team, like a Konsa. Seems to be like the standout option. Everyone else for 2 game weeks, unless you go for Liverpool, no one else is really standing up per se. Yeah, it seems to be Aston Villa only. Might have to go in a minute, so no problem if you miss me. It's a wildcard idea. Alright, Andy, no worries. I'll just message you later after looking at your team. Yeah, you probably have to go for Villa, even though I don't. Everton and Wolves is not too bad, to be honest, for Villa, and both are at home. But they got to go after game week 5. I mean, it is at home to Manchester United. It's not the, let's say it's not the worst fixture for Eze, right? Oh, you mean after game week 5? You're wildcarding in game week 6, right? So it won't matter. Looking at it, Saliba probably makes the most sense, given that Declan Rice is out for North London derby against Spurs, and then they got City in game week 5. So Saliba probably makes the most sense. And you can get anyone from 4.9 onwards. Ansah probably makes the most. Villa's left back for 2 weeks if you want. Cool, thanks. No worries. Villa's left back. Ooh. Will it be Matheson? Will it be Luka Dean? I don't know. Thinking of either rolling or moving Porro or Guardiola to dunk to help get Haaland in wildcard game week 6. Alright, I'll have a look at yours as well. Yeah, I think Saka probably makes the most sense. Sorry, Saliba probably makes the most sense given no Declan Rice for Spurs and City up. Yildiz, welcome. How are you doing? And then Connor mentioned thinking of either rolling or moving Porro Guardiola to dunk to help get Haaland in game week in wildcard 6. Wait, if you're going to get Haaland in wildcard 6, do you really need to make that move now, Connor? If you're going to wildcard in game week 6, there's no real reason to free up funds now itself, right? But if you're looking to move someone, it'll probably be Pedro Porro at the moment, given the fixtures. Just realized I have 17 million I can spend on a. How do you have 17 million? Muniz and Ahmad replacements. Any suggestions? Alright, I'll have a look. But why do you have so much money? Can you get like Salah, or you have Salah or you have Haaland, Nicholas? Just get the other one who you don't have. Okay, don't know if I should trust Villa defense. I don't know if you should trust Villa defense, but at the same time, I'm looking at 2 game weeks, and unless you want to go like an Estupinan from Brighton or Dunk, actually Dunk, maybe Dunk is someone you could actually go for. But I won't be surprised if Brighton do concede. But maybe Luis Dunk is another option. I can't tell you any other defense for the next 2 game weeks that is capable of keeping a clean sheet for 2 game weeks in a row. Maybe Liverpool, and you already have Trent, and you already tripled up on Liverpool. So I can't tell you. Okay, maybe City. You could go for City if you wanted to. But for 4.9, you can't really find a City defender. So you are stuck with effectively Brighton, or you're stuck with Aston Villa. Those are the only 2 teams you have. I don't have 70 million. Oh, you have 1.7 million. Oh, you said 70 million. Money I have when I removed all three. Oh, when you removed all three. Liverpool defense seems pretty good. Yep. Villa fan doesn't trust Villa defenders. Yep, fair enough. I mean, then your other option is Brighton. Your other option is Brighton. Lewis at 4.5 million. Rico Lewis. Yeah, you could go Rico Lewis, but actually, you could punt on Rico Lewis. No, you couldn't punt on Rico Lewis. He needs Rico Lewis to play both games. That's the one. Unless you're willing to take the punt, Shubharan, that's up to you. Rico Lewis might not necessarily play both games. Maybe he might. Maybe he might not. You could get lucky. You could maybe, I don't know. So that's on Shubharan to decide whether he wants to take that punt or not. So yeah, you have Rico Lewis, punty option, or you go slightly safer for minutes, although less appeal in terms of expected points from Brighton and Aston Villa. For 2 game weeks, maybe you could take the punt and like play it. And Kuku replacements, 0 in the bank, and I already have Rodgers. You could go for Semenyo from Bournemouth. You can go for Minte from Brighton. Rico is Pep's new favorite defender. Yeah, fair enough. Mine as well. So yeah, you could go for Semenyo and Minte maybe. FPL Cortex. I'm sure there are a few other options as well, but none that are really appearing at the moment. I wouldn't suggest Smith Rowe. I think the fixtures are slowly about to end. So those two are the others I would mention. Okay, so while you're thinking about that, and Connor basically said Porro or Guardiola to down. Oh yeah, I asked Connor. Connor, you really need to make those moves to get if you're wildcard in Gameweek 6. And then this was Tiger, who was not here. This is Sander. Is Sander still here? I don't know. Who is Sander? Who was Sander's team? I'm gonna speed things up a bit. Who was this? Oh yeah, Sander. Sander is still here. 95 points on a wildcard. Wow. Robertson, Lee Davis with the assist, obviously. Beckham, Robinson, Palmer, Saka, Smith Rowe, Rogers, Salah, Joe Pedro, and Haaland. Well played, my friend. Bench obviously didn't turn up at all, but doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Rohan says my team. Yes, Rohan, I'll bring yours as well. But I've got a few other teams as well, so we'll bring yours as well. Nkunku and Hall are the problem for me. All right, lovely. Cheers. I'm 50-50 on wildcard, Nkunku and Hall. I've got very similar problems as well, Cortex. But at the moment, I actually have slightly more than you probably. But I'm going to wildcard in Gameweek 6 is what I'm thinking. Although it depends on what you really want to do. I'm going to just load up Rohan's team as well. Put it in the queue. I will put Rohan's team in the queue as well. This is Sanders' team. Sanders is looking pretty good. What are you going to do? I feel such an idiot gambling with the captain. I gave it to Palmer and swapped it from Salah. Ooh. Lucky there. I mean, Chelsea could have scored a few more, but yeah. With the price changes, I could not have fitted Haaland, Salah, Palmer, and Saka. Therefore, I did it early. Picture-wise, I found it to be fine anyways. Also, it's way easy to downgrade. Fair enough. Can't believe we managed to actually fit all of them. Insane. But I can see why. It's at the expense of having no bench whatsoever. But as long as these guys are fit, I mean, you're fine. Are you rolling a transfer this week, Sander? Going to roll this game week? Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. You just gotta hope that this guy gets his place back. That's the only thing. But actually, Leaf Davis is not too bad as well. He's got good fixtures going forward, so you can play him as well. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I think the team looks pretty fine. Bench is weak. Yeah, bench is weak, but you can kind of, if you sell one of them, you'll be able to upgrade the bench later. So it's fine for now. All right, that's Sander looking pretty good. We're gonna move on to the next team. While I have Connor's team up as well, Connor and Shubharan. Don't know if either Luis or Konsa is preferred option, but what about West Ham? West Ham. Ooh. Fulham and Chelsea. I don't know if they'll keep clean sheets though. It might be low scoring games, but I don't know if they will keep clean sheets. Can't guarantee fully, to be honest. Cannot guarantee it fully. Saka versus Leaky Spurs versus Salah against Mighty Forest. Salah at home, Saka without Declan Rice. We can build as many narratives as we want. End of the day, they're both really good players and they're both going to get points, FPL points. So you're going to miss out either way. The question is, who are you more worried about missing out from? You're going to miss out on points from both sides. Like myself, I have Haaland and Salah, and I have accepted the fact that Saka is going to get points, and I'm just going to miss out. You just have to decide which one you're more comfortable with. This one is Andy's wildcard team. But these are hits. Andy, are you sure you really want to be taking hits? I don't know if Andy's still here, but this is a potential wildcard team, he said. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. It's not too bad. Paco, obviously you might want to switch to he can't do a wildcard though. He's done his wildcard. So yeah, for anyone else who's looking potentially. Obviously Jota would switch to a Diaz at this point. Murphy will switch to Semenyo potentially at this point for 5.5. Barker would switch to like a Greaves. Anyone who's looking, Henderson might switch to another goalkeeper. Henderson's also not too bad, but yeah. Sorry, I just realized I'm not subscribed. I just did though. I'm liking the stream as well. Thank you, FPL Cortex. Thank you. We're getting very close to 900 subscribers. So if you have friends who play FPL as well, let them know about the channel and let's get them to subscribe as well so that we can get to 900 subscribers. Was a 4 points hit? Yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't take the 12-point hit. It says 12 points here, but don't take it. But yeah. Is Salah going to continue at the current rate? I feel Salah is a safer option with City coming up, and Salah would be the captaincy option. I don't know if Salah is going to continue. Well, he's got double digits in the last 3 game weeks, which is significantly more. Last season, the first 3 game weeks, he got 5 points, 5 points, and 5 points. Now he's gone and given you double-digit returns. And I think it's safe to say that for the next 3 weeks at least, against Forest, Forest and Bournemouth aren't the easiest teams to play against. I would say that. But they're both at home, which does appeal for Salah. And then Wolves are in a whole mess of problems. So for the next 3 weeks, I won't be surprised if the double digits continue. Is what I would say. All of that is under 100 million. Fair enough. Yeah, enough. Yep. Not too bad actually. Few changes I would make, but the rest is fine. This team. Whose team was this? Anyone who sent me this team? Who sent me? Oh, this is Andy's team. Sorry. Oh wait, this is the Whose team was this? Andy's team? Andy, was this your team? No, this was not your team. Whose team was this? Freddy. No, wait, Freddy, this is your team. My bad. I got the teams mixed up. My bad. Freddy, this is your team. This is Freddy's team. This is Andy's team. Robinson, Westergaard, Luis, Penderek, Howard, Bellis. Oh, this is obviously Andy's team with the bench. I mean the defense. Saka, Rogers, Semenyo, Jota, Salah, Joao Pedro, Welbeck, and Haaland. Fair enough. 4 million in the bank. Damn. I can see why I gone with a team like this. I don't mind it. It should have worth holding. Probably move out for Semenyo to keep Arsenal defense. Would play them in most situations. Okay, if you want to do that, I don't mind doing that as well. If you really wanted to do that and keep Arsenal defense, I don't mind it. I just think that there is a potential for Jota to get points or more points compared to the Arsenal defense in the next 2 weeks at least. I'm just looking at it just 2 weeks, assuming your wildcard in game week 6. So 2 weeks, there's a higher potential for Jota points than Arsenal points. But in general, if you consider Arsenal to be elite defense, they should be able to keep clean sheets. But yeah, fixtures are not the easiest. This is Freddy's team. Freddy, why is there a -12? Freddy, is Freddy still here? I don't know if Freddy's still here. This is Andy's team. Not too bad. Obviously, defense play in the market. Fair enough. Fair enough. And this is Rohan. Rohan, we're here. We're here to your team. Flecken, Trent Robinson, Dan Burn, and Martinez. Unfortunate with the Dan Burn on goal. Martin, you got Sterling in. What moves did you do, Rohan? Wait, you went and got Sterling. Why? Oh no, why? How much is Sterling? 6.8 million. Confusing. Very confusing. But Salah, Smith-Rowe, Gordon, 85 points though, still. With 2 zeros, 85 points. Insane. Visa, Isak, and Haaland. What's the play? Where is Rohan? Also, there were rumors, and I don't know, maybe this could be why Sterling was signed for Arsenal. There were rumors about Trossard being linked to Saudi, I think. Something to kind of keep an eye out for. Also, I got to comment, I have noticed the colors, everything, uniformity for Rohan's team. Well played, fair play, good stuff. Newcastle on one side, the red on one side, Fulham in the middle. Mine was just a way of trying to get Haaland and Salah and Saka in the same team, not my actual team. That makes so much more sense. Okay, that makes so much more sense. Not easy, is it? Overall, the team, you kind of have to be two cheap strikers. Yeah, it's not the easiest to get Salah, Saka, and Haaland in the team. You have to kind of accept that you won't be able to have one of the premiums. Life is hard. I might have to look about it. I might have to think about it as well. 187 in mid-league. Okay, I'll bring yours as well up. Rohan says, plan for me, Gordon to Diaz and Sterling to Harvey Barnes or Bernardo is taking -4. Gordon to Diaz, you can do. Would you need to do Sterling to Bernardo Silva? Is it really needed to do a -4? Oh, you mean, is that okay? That's the only way you can get funds. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, what you could do, let me load your team up. So you said Gordon to Luis Diaz. Sterling. Would you get rid of Sterling or would you prefer to get rid of Mikalenko, for example? You could do Mikalenko for a hit instead of getting rid of Sterling just yet. You never know. He may be useful. Oh, he might not be useful. Actually, he might fall in price more, potentially. You could do Sterling to... who were you saying? Sterling to Harvey Barnes or Bernardo. Bernardo Silva is 6.6. You could go... Yeah, Bernardo Silva maybe. You could also go Minte from Brighton. You could go Semenyo from Bournemouth as well if you wanted to like go even further lower in terms of price options. Have you played your wildcard, Rohan? You haven't played your wildcard yet, no? It's just 2 free transfers that you've done. So yeah, you could do something like that as well. You want to go in Saudi, 300k a week instead of 490k from Brentford. Fair enough. 49k from Brentford. Yeah, fair enough. Sterling can be anyone actually. You just need 0.1 to save. You could even just like downgrade Mikalenko to a 4.0 defender if you really wanted to, and still keep Sterling. Although I don't know how many minutes he's gonna get for you. If Trossard leaves, maybe he might feature slightly more potentially. But you could also get rid of Sterling, to be honest. And then let's load. Let's load. Ready. Is there anyone else's teams that I'm not? This is your team, Freddie. Yes, it is. Freddie had 78 points. Henderson, Trent, Gabriel, Robinson, Eze, Rogers, Jota, Fernandez, Muniz, Haaland, Isak, Murphy on the bench, Paro, and yep. What's the play, Freddie? What is the play? And I think I have looked at everyone else's teams. Have I looked at everyone else's teams? Anna? Okay, downgrade becoming to 4.0. Gordon Diaz. Yeah, you could do that as well. You could do that as well. This is Freddie's team. Freddie, what? I guess Bruno Fernandes to Salah. Bruno Fernandes to Salah and whatever else. Sorry, but I think I may missed my team review. Oh yes, Mr. T. Did you send it to me on Twitter or in the mini league? In the mini league, can you tell me where exactly, Mr. T? And I'll bring your team up as well. I think I might have missed where you told me. Bruno and Isaac out for Salah and Paro for 2 free transfers. Yeah? Exact money? Yeah, I would do it then. If you have exact money, I would do it. I would do it. Yeah, I would do it. Then let me try and find Mr. T's team as well. And we will end it with Mr. T's team. As long as I haven't missed anyone else. Psalms for Saka. That was the. I thought that was Palmer to Saka. Can I find it? Do you know where exactly the. Do you know where in the mini league what number you are at? Mr. T? Oh, are you saying Palmer? Do you know where in the mini league you are? Like what number? Thinking Saka. Thinking Saka. Oh, sorry, not in the league. Okay, fair enough. Okay. I was trying to look for your team. Okay, never mind. Okay, good. Thinking Saka to Salah for 2 weeks only, then Isak and Wood to Isak and Wood to Joe Pedro and Welbeck. Brighton looking really good. When are you going to do the Isak and Wood to Joe Pedro and Welbeck? Is that for this week as well, along with the Saka to Salah? And I'm assuming that is to free up funds to try and get Salah as well. I'll add myself though. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. And I'm assuming that is for you to try and get Salah to do those 2 moves. And yeah, Freddie, I would do those 2 moves, the Bruno Fernandes and Isak, even though Isak has a really good fixture next game week. And I would do that to try and get Salah in. Doing it this week as I have 3 transfers. Okay, fair enough. All right. I think we've looked at everyone's team. FPL Cortex says 35 million, but Arsenal denied the offer. This is for Tony, right? Fair enough. Oh, we forgot Yildiz. Yildiz also asked. I'm sorry, Yildiz. Let me bring your team up. think what did I click on? Why did I click on Guinness? Yield is 12th in the league, 86 points this week. Pretty good, I would say. Did I miss anyone else? I'm just gonna have a look if I missed anyone else. I don't think so. Before we end it. No, I think that's basically it. And this is Yildiz' team, 86 points. Pickford, Trent, Rico Lewis, Mazraoui, Eze, Saka, Salah, Palmer, Woods, Havertz, and Isak. What were you planning on doing, Yildiz? I want to get Haaland in, but which players do I cut? Want to get Haaland in, but which players to cut? How can we fit Haaland in into this team? Let's have a look. Haaland in. Let's start with the most expensive striker out of the lot. 6.7. Oh my days. Ooh, no, wouldn't do that. Here, I've already seen. This is one way to do it. Wildcard and bring Haaland. That's one other way to do it. The other option is you do it like this. Or your other choice is holding out for 2 more weeks and bearing the pain for 2 more weeks, right? You hold out for 2 more weeks, and in game week 6 you wildcard and you sell Salah in game week 6. You kind of like go, okay, slightly harder fixtures, sell Salah, or you even sell Palmer in game week 6, even though they have Brighton for us, but like after that it's a harder run. Like you sell Palmer in game week 6 and you bring Haaland in. Maybe you sell Palmer, you sell like a Trent in game week 6, and when you wildcard, and then you bring the likes of a Haaland in. I was brainstorming, but it's hard to make good wildcard team. Yeah, so then you just like 2 more weeks, you kind of suffer. You try and capitalize for 2 more weeks by getting other players who have really good fixtures. Like you try and get another Liverpool player in, for example. For a week, for 2 weeks, I love Salah. Yeah, so then you need to like get maybe try and like get other players in who will do well for the upcoming weeks. You could try and get like maybe you could try and get like a Joe Pedro in or a Brighton player in for just 2 weeks. And then in game week 6, just bring him in. 2 weeks, you kind of have to like take whatever comes in terms of whatever Haaland does. 2 weeks, and then after that, can bring him in. Prefer selling Saka and Havertz. Yeah, that's the thing. So this is one other way where it's an 8-point hit though that I just did. And I don't know if it's worth an 8-point hit to get Haaland in. I would just suffer the pain for 2 weeks and then after that see how things go. Alright, I think we'll end it there. It's almost close to midnight for me and I need to eat something quickly and get ready for bed. So thank you to everyone who's watched. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. And shout out to everyone, Yildiz, Mr. T, Freddy, Rohan, Andy, Cortex, Nick, Anna, Shubharan, Roku, Oh, Roku. Roku, are you still here? I forgot Roku as well. Roku's team, Roku's team, Roku's team, Roku's team. This is Roku's team. Roku, are you still here? Enjoy the stream. Have a good day. Thank you. Gerald, shout out. 513, shout out as well. And everyone else as well. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Roku, is Roku still here? I don't know if Roku's still here. We'll have a look at Roku's team before we get a move. He's wild carded as well. I wonder what he's trying to do. 60 points. No Salah. Maybe getting Smith Rowe is an option. Oh, Captain Watkins as well. I don't know if Roku is still here. Okay. Doesn't seem like Roku is still here. I will just message him on the Discord. Cool. We will end it there. Thank you all for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will message Roku, and I'll probably message Tiger and Goon as well, for the two of them to talk about their teams later. Thank you all for watching. Hit the like, the subscribe, and I will potentially see you all maybe Wednesday, potentially, depending on how this week goes. I'm a bit busy, but so we'll see how things goes. But yeah. Alright, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all later. Peace out, everyone.